In today's video, we will be going through the entire Japan versus Nigeria World Cup game. From two fully powered bot drones working in tandem to destroy a Ren trick-shotting over Isagi. This game was pure adrenaline and ore farming start to finish. So, without further ado, folks, grab a snack and make sure to subscribe as we are super close to 30,000 subscribers. And with that out of the way, let's hop into it. Here you go. It's your favorite midnight snack. Yeah. Just leave it right there. What are you even doing? Henri, what sort of process do you follow to cook food? Huh? Well, I guess I first think of what I want to eat and then go out and buy the necessary ingredients. Precisely. I'm thinking up a recipe for a U-20 World Cup victory. I'm giving all our players their own unique training before the tournament. What kind of training? Oh, you know, just fairly standard soccer practice. How to play American football, how to end a man's life with your bare hands, skydiving, playing video games, running from wild dogs, Bankai training, and finally, just, you know, fighting a war in Iraq. Pretty standard stuff if you ask me. Well, that's great and all, but we have a slight issue. What? Hello? Is anybody home? What the fuck is our boy Nagi doing setting up his homeless tent outside a block? But to answer that question, we first have to really quickly rewind to shortly after the Neo-Egoist League. Our goat Nagi returns to school for the first time since his fall from heaven, getting kicked at a blue lock. Hey, it's Nagi! Nagi's here! You were amazing, dude! Those goals were crazy! Where's Rayo? So, what do you think? You're gonna go pro? Where's Rayo? Where's Rayo? Oh my god, hop off his schmeat, you annoying monkey! It doesn't matter anymore. It's all over now. Huh? What about your offer to go pro? I've had enough. I'm done with soccer. And just like that, our white-haired lazy genius goes back to his monotonous life where once again, nothing's a pain. But as the days pass, his body is missing the fire he had once lit without even realizing. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That's what I thought, but why am I so miserable? Why couldn't I have tried harder? That fire, that excitement. Those moments will probably never happen again. It was also new to me that I didn't realize it's not fine. It's too late. I can't go back. Blue Lock was so much fun. I'll never forget it for as long as I live. I want to go back. I didn't know anything. I was fine just chasing after everyone and getting fired up. But I want to go back to how I used to be. But I can't. Not my baby boy, Nagi crying. This shit I know had everyone in tears, bro. Seeing our lazy fuck crying hits hard. You really don't know what you have until it's gone. But with that, we cut back to our glorious Block Boys after the 2 weeks of soccer training. Yo, my boy, what's good? Huh? Have you gotten a little bit taller? I wish, but nah, it's only been 2 weeks. How could I have grown? So tepid, Isagi. I measured myself and I've grown a whole centimeter. What, do you want Isagi to praise you or something? What? No, I'll kill you. Ren, buddy, we really gotta work on your social skills, little bro. But with that, our cast is finally reunited together back in the block facility. Good work on your 14 days of solo training. You're no longer who you were 2 weeks ago. Tell me about it. You've acquired various new weapons, and their combinations will be the lifeline to victory. The history of your victory so far, your bonds, any crass ideas of doing things for the sake of block, throw it all away. I will use all of you and achieve my dream. So I want you to use me to achieve yours. Right now, you're shouldering the hopes of Japanese soccer. But what of it? Don't make this moment the peak of your life. Don't be someone who lives just on the foundation of this memory. Transcend all those egos. Let's go. As we find out, their first game will be against the champions of Africa in Nigeria. Then secondly, they will verse France, which this probably won't go too well for our boys. And then finally, in order to make it to the group stage, they will have to face off against England for the final spot in the playoffs for our group. It's time for the special training that will lead you to victory. In the 30 days before the tournament, I'll reform you into a brand new egotist team. The U-20 World Cup final training starts now. Hello? Hello? Please, Mr. Blockman, give me one more chance. This is private property. Please leave immediately. You no longer have any connection to Blue Lock. That's right. What am I doing? How uncool can you be? What did you think would happen? Did they just let you back in if you asked? You lost. Don't you get it? It's impossible now. Everyone else is already moving on. I know that, but I don't want to know that. I'm the only one being left behind. I'm the only one who can't change. Time has stopped. Just for me. Hello, genius. Who are you? I'm the chairman of the entire JFU. I know you've seen my face before. And what do you want with me? How would you like to take ego down a peg? The roster for the U-20 World Cup must be at bare minimum 23 players. But the most a team can register is 26. And I have control over the other 3. So how about it, Seishiro Nagi? Will you take the Devil's backdoor to join the team? Although, once you join, you must play soccer solely to prove ego wrong. Will you join me and seize Blue Lock by force? I can return to Blue Lock? I'll get to face all of them one more time? But no, I can't. Ego isn't wrong. He's the man who gave us Blue Lock. If not for Blue Lock, Isagi and Rhea wouldn't have been there to fire me up. How can you say that? He's using you as a stepping stone to fulfill his own desires. He's nothing but a heartless monster with a shitty personality. Maybe. But because of ego, that place was always burning hot. I refuse to betray Blue Lock. Sure, okay. You can take that stand if you want. Protect your fragile heart and live the rest of your life thinking about how you used to be until you die. Hello? Saitoshi? Our glorious king who we haven't seen in years? About my spot on the Japanese team. I won't play until the group stage. Huh? The only reason I even want in on the U-20 World Cup is to play against Spain. And the reason for this is, as we saw a few chapters prior, our boy Sai was fucking hate watching this guy Bunny play for Barca. And as of now, we don't know why Sai hates this guy, but our best guess is that this is the guy that made Sai give up on his dreams of being the world's best striker. Okay, fine. Then I'll leave a slot open so you can join the team later. You'll join once Japan is out the knockout brackets, right? Sure, as long as I don't change my mind. Of course, first they'll have to win without me, or it won't matter anyway. You would need ambition so strong even Blue Lock would be nothing but a springboard. Only those with an ego as big as that can win. And just like that, folks, we have confirmation that our glorious, perfect god Sai will be joining our Japanese team after the knockout bracket. This shit is so beautiful, it's enough to make a grown man cry. But with that, we go back to Nagi questioning his decision. That was the right choice, right? I mean, it was the only choice. If I had accepted that slave contract just to make money for him, it wouldn't be my ego. Betraying Blue Lock and becoming a villain isn't worth it. I mean, there still is the path to go pro. Even if I don't represent Japan, I can still go pro and try to be the world's best, but would that be enough? What do I want? Why am I frozen in time? Is it soccer that fires me up? Or is it Blue Lock? What is my ego screaming out for? What are you doing, gang? I've been looking all over for you, Mr. What a Pain. As our glorious goat Guri reappears being hella dripped out head to toe. Literally no one expected the bald monk to have even a fraction of the drip he has in this panel. Bro is just simply exuding aura. But with that, we cut back to our main block boys right before the match starts. What's good, gang? Dog, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to fuck off and stay away. I just thought it'd be best to tell them about our promise. They'll be more motivated if you know, don't you think? The number of the U-20 representatives isn't 23, it's 26. And I get to fill those last 3 slots. And one of those 3 is Sai Itoshi. Sai will be on our U-20 team? Well, Sai decided he won't join until the finals. But I've decided on how we'll choose the other 2 players. We are running a second Walmart Blue Lock with another 300 shitters to find our final 2. Huh? That's Shigeo Mizuki. I plan on having the winners of this around the time of the finals, so make it to the finals even if it fucking kills you, Blue Lock. Alright guys, good luck. Ego, what's the meaning of this? What'll happen to Blue Lock? They're just options, don't worry. Anyone who loses in Block can never play on the Japanese national team. What about that rule? If Kira comes back, I won't use him. Let's go! I'm sick of his ass. Setting aside Sai Itoshi, nobody who bars through the drags here will even be a match for you guys. And the right to decide whether to use them or not lies with me, not him. So then, this is just another piece of Block? Yeah, it's an annoying and unexpected piece, but think of it that way. In any case, if we can't win the U-20 World Cup, I'll be out from Blue Lock. My position isn't that much different than yours, but this won't change what I'll do. Producing the world's best striker, and wager everything to get a World Cup victory for Japanese soccer. Until this ego runs out, I won't hand you guys over to anyone. Now then, I'm going to announce the starting lineup for our first match against Nigeria. So, what do you want, Isagi? Nagi, what are you going to do about soccer? I don't know, I still haven't decided. I figured. Anyway, I came here to tell you, keep playing soccer. The moment your offer posted and you knew you'd lost, what did you feel, Nagi? I guess I wasn't that surprised. I see. I was frustrated, but happy. I mean, I went off to block to go pro and not have to take over the temple, and I reached that goal. To use Ego's words, I was satisfied. But what about you? Were you satisfied? Satisfied. Sometimes there are just things you need to give up on. No way, man. There's no limits to dreams. My dream of going pro was big enough for me to wager my life, but not big enough to become the world's best. So I left block satisfied. But you're different. You're not satisfied at all, are you? And then with that, Nagi tells Isagi the truth about his offer from Barasuda, and he starts molding that he wasn't invited as well. But like, come on, little bro. You actually thought you were even a fraction of as valuable as Nagi? But I declined. It's not like I want to ruin block. I just can't betray them. But you're already the world's biggest block trader. I mean, think about it. At the very last moment, you passed instead of shooting yourself. The exact opposite, the ideal striker. The more I talk, the more I get pissed off. My parents were against my dream, so I went to Blue Lock. I left the house with this resolve. If I lose, I'll work in the temple forever, or I'll become a soccer pro. I wagered my dream against the risk. People can only give their all when their hope is balanced against despair. But what about you? You can't even say you want to win for yourself. You're stuck because you never thought about what would happen if you failed. And why was it you and not me? If I had your talent, I'd still try to be the world's best, even if it was painful or lame. Sorry, I'm just talking nonsense. It's your life after all. Sorry for butting in, Isagi. Thanks for coming to see me. I'm good now. Seeing you got me fired up. It's just like that, emerging from the depths of hell, our lazy prodigy has finally risen like a phoenix and is ready to come back to greatness. But you've waited long enough, ladies and gentlemen. Time to start the reason you all clicked on this video. First up, we have our goalie, the god of defense himself, the one, the only, Goatmaru. These shitters ain't getting nothing past me. I'm not a member of Block anymore. I betrayed the philosophy of living for your own goals and lost, dropped out, and now I'm here. In that case, for our left and right wing backs include the dynamic femboy duo of the speedster Shigri Kyoma and the passing deity Kyoyo. I shouldn't try to go back. I'll go grab something new, even if it's lame, weird, or painful. After seeing that side of me, I'm finally trying to understand myself. I want to know the true source of this power. I finally figured it out. It's not like I was fired up over playing soccer itself. Next up for our midfield, we have the extraordinary assassin Karasu, and with him, the copy ninja, Ryo Mikage on the Sharingan. Ryo was the one who brought me to Block, but the fact is everything went wrong when I tried to get fired up about being with Ryo. Next up we have the modern day reincarnation of Ronaldinho. We have our dribbling machine, Megaru Bachira. And finally the top two forwards, the strongest striker in all of Blue Lock, the destroyer of the Omniverse, the one, the only Itoshi Rin. It's not that I want to go back to Block, and it's not to fight Isagi. The fire that's deeper inside me, my ego's true identity. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, Blue Lock's ace, our glorious, perfect, two-gun volley, Metavision, Demon King, Yoichi Isagi. It's the pleasure of feeling like a god. If it's for that, I can lose everything else. Hey, Chairman, is my seat still open? I want to be the world's best. I could even destroy Blue Lock. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, our glorious King Nagi is finally back in the saddle, ready to unleash utter destruction on anyone who gets in his way. It only took 312 chapters, but Nagi's ego has finally been unleashed. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the U-20 World Cup opening match is about to begin. It's Japan versus Nigeria. Let's get crazy, Blue Lock. And with that, folks, the first game of this mega arc has begun. Off rip, Kusa gets the ball as he flies around Isagi and passes through Rin's feet. Bello gets the ball and hits a quick spin around Batra while quickly bombing it down the field to Onazi. IQ blocks his path, but Onazi hits a crazy mid-air shot through the gap, and just as it's about to go in, Goat Nico reads the play beforehand, perfectly blocking the shot, as Karasu comes in stealing the ball. Now then, let's get going, Blue Lock 2.0. As he smashes that shit downfield down to our glorious femboy Hiyori, who wastes no time blasting it to Ren. Obviously, Ren no-diffs these shitters as he slips past these two bums without wasting a moment, blasting a shot into the net as Unazi stops at the last second. It's all good, since I'm here. Okay, Lobo, calm down. You are surely not All Might. No. I've already transcended them. I can see a vision of our victory. What the fuck? Dude, I remember when I first saw the leaks and I was just like, it's been one chapter. What do you mean you've already transcended them? Isagi's adaptation sheet had started to reach broken heights. Dude is adapting faster than a prime Maharaga. What do you even do with the opponents when you hear that your opponent has already transcended you within the first, I don't know, 1 minute of the game? Like, wallahi, they are so cooked. It's just as we imagined. The Nigerian players are leveraging their physical abilities to make and receive outrageous passes, and then finishing by passing to their ace striker to score goals. It's a single endpoint system. A clash of offense versus offense, as our MC slides in front of the shitter with Rayo cutting him off as he panic passes to Onazi. But obviously, if your only game plan is to solely pass to one person, it's going to be fairly easy to read, as Goat Karasu comes sliding and stealing that shit. So ordinary. Your plan's too obvious, dumb fuck. Our coordination was suddenly rendered ineffective. In just 2 minutes, Block has already started adapting to us. Karasu passes to Chigiri, who blasts down the field, crossing to Ren. But wait, it's seemingly actually to Isagi? It's mine. I know your direct shot is bad news, Yoshi Isagi, but that's okay, because I'm here. That again, you one-trick Mickey Mouse Clubhouse hair All Might wannabe monkey. Did you just call me a monk? Sit. As our Goat reads this bum hitting an insane pass to our dribble demon Batra. Basically, if we don't let you touch the ball, your team's dead in the water. I see. It's not as if all the block is adapted to us. Every switch between offense and defense to keep the ball away from Onazi starts with Yoichi Isagi. He can read a situation and instantly formulate plans, and the one to quickly fill in the missing pieces are the two brainiacs in midfield. Damn, they're heading to the goal. Which one will Batra pass? As if I'd pass number ones. As Batra evades the shitter, crosses through bum Nazi's legs, and it's a fucking rainbow flick over Ren. Soccer that fuses a strategic coordination of intellects with a totally egotistical finish. This is the reborn Blue Lock with Yoichi Isagi at its core, as our Goats assert utter dominance, scoring the first goal of the game. Not bad, monster. Gonna scatter my ego all over this field. That was definitely an interesting line that I don't think anyone was expecting. I think Batra maybe has been spending a little bit too much time with Shido, evidently. And this guy does a fucking front flip to celebrate his goal. This shit low-key tough, I can't even lie. As we cut back to Batra's training during the 14-day period, his job was to teach soccer to these kids. At first, he sucks at it because he doesn't even know how to explain what he does, since it's just always natural to him. I get it. To teach someone, you need to explain your own sensation in words. That lets you grasp what you're doing in terms of sensations, as well as what your own essential talent is. Ego gave me this homework to help me discover the sense of wonder that's already inside me. In that case, it's not passing, shooting, or trapping. The essence of my soccer talent is dribbling. I'll make dribbling my ego and become #1 in the U-20s. I mean, that's great and all, Batra, but like, did you not already know that the essence of your talent is dribbling? I feel like that was fairly obvious. Alright guys, trust in me. As the next play starts, Kusa gets the ball and flies past Batra. He quickly passes to Onazi, but for the first time this game, we get to see what the glam Goat can do. I studied a new secret art during the 14 days Ego gave me. One that's used exclusively by defenders in one-on-one showdowns. Glam wall! By reading the tiny movements by an opponent's body and gaze, you can sense their next action. And when combined with my soccer defensive techniques, I become an impassable embodiment of martial arts. Guess I'm not getting past you, big man. Give me an idea, Kuso. Very well. Not as well as you thought. You're obviously the one to crush. What's with him? I can't push him back. His core is way tougher than it looks. How is this tiny guy so jacked? As we see what Ego wrote to Nico, your brain is exceptional. Build a body to match. It's simple. I just did a shitload of lifting. Okay, first of all, two things. One, Lifting a lot in 2 weeks will make a near zero difference in overall strength. Strength training takes months and years to make significant levels of progress, and the only way to make a noticeable difference in 2 weeks is if Nico was absolutely blasting and abusing so much gear it would even scare Togi. And second of all, how are you, a 6'+ African man, getting out-muscled by a 4'3", 15-year-old Japanese boy? This has to be one of the most embarrassing things I've seen in a minute. Regardless though, Nico passes to Rayo. Initiate copy. Come on, original egotist. As fucking Rayo turns into a second Bachara running down the field together. Dog, they couldn't even stop one of these guys, and now they try to somehow stop two of them? Bro, just look at the Nigerian goalie. He's like, it so goes over. I'm cooked. These two start bulldozing down the field, absolutely spreading Nigeria's cheeks past the breaking point. The original Bachara and his copy are making coordinated combo moves. This tactic isn't in our data. We can't adapt to this fast enough. It's a freeing technical charge up the center. And out of nowhere, Isagi and Ren appear on both sides, giving them far more options. Genuine question. What does one do when an Isagi, Ren, and two Bacharas come sprinting at your goal? Like, genuinely. Copy and change. Model Chigiri. He's not passing? He's creating a shot course? 44-degree shot. Huh? These guys are unreal. How is Blue Lock damn good? I'll win by myself. That looked just like the slice shot Yoma Chigiri debuted during the Neo Egos League. With that cutting middle shot from 44 degrees, Japan has jumped up to 2-0. Damn y'all, this isn't good. We're gonna lose. This is the wall of the world. It's fine. We made it this far by busting through walls like this. We're connected by soccer. We're the world's strongest family. As we get a flashback to the Nigerian players, they all met in this orphanage because their families all died off from like disease or something like that. Hey you, why haven't you tried to make any friends since you came here? Would you like to play soccer with us? As emo Nagi sits in the corner, putting himself in timeout. Fine then, just keep living a lonely life. You're boring. As emo Nagi gets pissed, stomping his feet, claiming he's not lonely about 64 times. He sprints at Kuso like he's gonna attack him, but actually passes him, grabbing the ball angrily, dribbling past these shitters, hitting a flying shot. Ah, yes. Because when I have a fit of rage, the first thing I do is sprint onto the nearest soccer field, steal the ball, go nuclear, then hit a trick shot. That's the great thing about Blue Lock. On first read, you don't really think much of a scene like this, but then when you reread it, like for me, when I'm writing the script, I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, this makes absolutely zero sense. Luckily for emo Nagi, they thought this goal was cool and accepted him into their family. Trust me, it's fine. I'm here. As all of them start to get motivated, our glorious demon monarch slaps his fat cock on the table, starting dominance. It's not fine, because right now, in front of you, I'm here. God damn, Isagi once again stays having the toughest one-liners in the entire verse. Whenever he decides to shit-talk someone, he's like Curry in the last 5 minutes of the Olympic finals. Nothing but straight bombs. Even a bum Nagi is shaking in his boots at the raw aura coming off our goat. But as the next play starts, Block, the biggest glazer, comes out to once again glaze Blue Lock. After all this, it's quite clear to me, without a doubt, Blue Lock is the strongest team we've ever faced, and the source of that strength lies in the three guys along the field center line. Isagi, Karasu, and Aiku. These three have high soccer IQ and take a broader view of the game as they calmly use their intellects and logic to analyze our tactics, then initiate switches between offense and defense to control the structure of the match. On top of that unshakable foundation are their two spheres of unfettered imagination and explosive speed. Then there's the unpredictable destructive genius, the imitative artisan, and the cool-headed left-footed passer. Finally, at the back line are the two contrasting elite defenders who couldn't be more unlike each other, but the one holding together this hodgepodge of circus freaks is undeniably Yoichi Isagi. His skills are born from his brain and adaptability. Unless we crush that ringleader, Nigeria can't win this. As he quickly passes to bum Nagi, who quickly sends it to Bello, who launches it right back in the air for him. The greatest reason why Nagi is a striker is that his ability to shoot in midair effectively doubles his shot area. I'm surpassing you, Yoichi Isagi. Yeah, little bro, only one problem with your plan. still have to get past Japan's guardian deity. So you have fun with that. As we get Goat Maru's flashbacks to his 2-week training camp. Basically, all he did was practice saving baseballs from a pitching machine, which makes sense in theory because they come in faster and are significantly smaller than soccer balls. So if you can get better with these, then normal soccer balls will be a farm. The Nigerian players scream towards their goat, hoping he can carry their hopes, but, you know, newsflash. Goat Maru is kind of that guy. This puny shot can't slip past me. I am Japan's guardian deity. As to no one's surprise, our goat swats that weak shit out of the sky as the ore farms after. I got this on lock as the first half comes to a one-sided close. We cut back to our gang all hyped in the locker rooms, and no offense to y'all, but you're a tad bit too happy for just riding the bench. All of them are discussing the game and having slight banter when our goat Isagi comes in with the sauce. At this rate, there's no point in just winning. We won't grow just by doing what we're good at. Let's try something new for the second half. Like what? We practiced it a bit, like having nobody in the front and shooting from the second or third rows. If it works, we'll have more attack variations. It would definitely be interesting to try it, but it's risky too. I think shutting them out and claiming a solid victory would be its own experience. Then let's do both. We'll try something new as we make sure to get 3 points. Well said, egotist. That's easier said than done, Isagi. But if we are using experimental attacks, then we'll need to alter our defense accordingly. Right, so let's just adjust that too. You really think we can do it that suddenly? Amen. Just winning doesn't feel good, so we'll destroy them in a new way. And I still haven't scored yet. Don't think I'll be satisfied by just rolling over and doing tricks for you. That's good. Protecting our lead with a balanced approach would betray our philosophy. All of you, keep aiming for goals, and use every last second for your own evolution. That is Blue Lock. Here's our plan for the second half. As we cut from this happy room to a much more gloomy, defeated room in Nigeria. It's no use, boys. We can't win. Yeah, low-key, it's kind of gojo over. What should we do in the second half? Tell us your thoughts, coach. Blue Lock isn't messing around. The talent to control the game's flow and score goals? That Yoichi Isagi is something else. Our usual methods aren't effective. Bomb Nazi isn't effective. This hasn't happened before. It's really bad. This is the world. Blue Lock is so damn cool. There are still amazing guys ahead of us here. Yoichi Isagi is here. You guys, what do you think makes Japan so strong? Well, they have a lot of attack patterns. All 11 are trying for goals. Well, not quite legit. Goat Maru is most definitely not trying for goals. But yes, the other 10 are trying for goals. Close enough. Exactly. They're all living for their own goals. Why do people yearn to win? Have you thought about that? Well, because it feels good. Then why does it feel good? Because it's proof that you're superior to others. True. My glorious King Ishido has finally appeared this arc and said a word. Let's go. I really hope he gets to play in the next game, as he's like my second favorite character in the entire show. Yes, it's an instinct that's been carved into your genes. Individuals can only survive by excelling above others. The stronger individual has a higher chance of producing offspring. Drawing out the survival instinct and creating the world's strongest individual is what Blue Lock is for. I want to beat Blue Lock. So why don't we try fighting like them? You mean trying to score our own goals? But we're not as skilled as you and Nazi. Who cares? If you guys just keep passing to me, we're gonna lose anyway. So let's give it a shot. Right, coach? If you say so, Nazi. It'll be a challenge to help us win. However, if all humans were to live solely by their yearning to win and prove their superiority, it would create endless strife, discrimination, and war. So, to avoid that, humans create social systems of rules and laws and have evolved to treat all beings as fairly as possible. But, to put it in another way, a tepid world in which people live without yearning for victory is what we call peace. Blue Lock is an experimental device for lifting its subjects out of their peaceful stupor and drawing out their instincts and yearnings and out into the light. Now, yearn for victory by lumps of talent, and I'll grant you a new formula. Do you know why soccer has this much power to entrance humanity? Regardless of birth or wealth, with just a ball, anyone in the world can freely take the field. There's no denying that this is connected to the sport's massive popularity, but its essence is even more primitive. The origin of all sports lies in hunting. As recorded on the prehistoric paintings found in caves, people tested their combat skills in martial arts and competed to display the physical abilities needed for chasing prey. At the root, all sports originate in the act of acquiring prey. In other words, acquiring prey fills empty stomachs. Sports originate from the basic acts of creatures trying to live. That's why people's hearts are so entranced by them. As we cut back to the first play of the second half, this shitter passes to Kuso, who quickly crosses to Bello. Let's go. Not passing a bum Nazi. I'm getting a goal myself. Unfortunately for this bum, Karasu blocks his shot course, so he quickly passes to this no-namer. We can be egotistical too, Blue Lock. And in the sport known as soccer, players form teams and exchange intentions. They chase down their prey and finish it off. You could call it a variant of group hunting. So, what is the position of striker? It's the one who fearlessly leads the charge and slips past the enemy's eyes to land the fatal strike against their prey. And that's why the creatures known as strikers are heroes we instinctually yearn for. As we get this insane panel of Onazi trying to score, but Maru's defense literally has the aura of a fucking prehistoric monster in the woolly mammoth. Maru doesn't go a single panel in this manga without ever aura farming. But last second, Aiku and Ryu come in to block the final shot, but much to everyone's shock, he does the last second pass in midair to Kuso. And I feel this is a good time as any to mention that the fact that Kuso's name in Japanese literally translates to shit. Do with that information what you will. Kuso gets ready to shoot and right as he slams the ball, Rin slides in blocking it. Too tepid, corno nerd. You don't have enough goal lust. Dude, this is what I love about Block, bro. Half of the insults in the manga are some of the most perfectly crafted, most genius one-liners in history, and then the other half is just some of the goofiest, most cornball lines the world's ever been blessed to hear. The loose ball flies to Aiku, who heads it to none other than Goat Sagi. Let's test it, Rin. You're on Isagi. Y'all, when the leaks came out and I first saw this panel, a tear rolled down my face as I just knew in this moment Nigeria is going to get fucked beyond repair. Y'all couldn't even stop one Bachara, and now running towards their goal is an Isagi and Rin team up. Like, it's just beyond over for these shitters, as we quickly get a flashback to Isagi's plan for the second half. When it comes time to counter, we won't build up with everyone like before. Instead, it'll center on Rin and I passing back and forth, and we'll tear right at the center, while everyone else is free to try for their own goals. It's our variable, no-top system. As the Nigerian players start to panic, watching Rin and Isagi completely manhandle their team and break through it like warm butter, as we flash back to Rin's 2-week training. Empty your mind. Visualize the void. Empty. Void. Empty. Void. Empty. Void. Howdy, I'm number one. So tepid. There you are, you bastards. No worthless impediments. Calm, connect, control. Release your fixations. You must find your true essential mind. Damn it. Release them? Screw that. It's impossible. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be who I am now. My true essential mind is wanting to destroy Isagi inside. But the ego I uncovered behind that impulse was I want to score goals while destroying myself. Anything that interferes with that is just an impediment. As we see Rin pass to Bachara, who catches the ball with a clean-ass back heel. Bachara shoots but is quickly blocked by the defender. Let's go! Now it's time to push my Hiyori agenda. Come on, Hiyori. How am I supposed to push my agenda if you're out here getting blocked by any goalie other than Maru? The ball flies to Chigiri, who shoots as well, just barely getting blocked by Onazi. Brother? Rival? World's best? Those labels assigned by someone else are just impediments. Purify my desire. Remove the limiters on my urge to destroy. That state can't be a sudden rampage. Make it my default setting. Here comes the wild beast. Mangle you! I don't need my tongue hanging out to go into beast mode. As we see for the first time in the story, Rin enters his world-ending destroy mode at will. Oh nah, if it was cooked before, now it's burnt. Nigeria may as well just ask Rin with or without lube, as they are about to get fucked. All of them are trying for goals? Who am I supposed to stop? I see you. An incredible pinpoint pass? As I thought, the double aces are breaking through. I know you're coming, Rin, but the ball's trajectory is headed here. I'm on track to reach a moment before him. It's all according to plan, Isagi. If you use your logic to turn yourself into a tool for victory, then I'll give myself over to pleasure and sell my soul to adrenaline. You've reached it, Rin Itoshi. The will to live as a hero with no fear of death. You freak! You were death, is that it? I cleared my impediments and awoke my essence. Super goal! Using Yoichi Isagi's back. No, borrowing his back. The two fit together like two cogs to unleash an explosive spinning gear shot. Rin Itoshi's goal brings Japan up to a 3-0 lead. And just like that, folks, for the 300th time this manga, Rin shows us exactly why he is a true monster. And the fact that he can enter his destroy mode at will is extremely really bad news for any future enemy that runs into them. Keep in mind, the last time we saw Destroyer Ren, it took a full-powered Isagi and Kaiser max-power Metavision team-up just to barely stop him. And now in his way is just a bum Nazi and Mr. Dogshit. Like, y'all genuinely have no chance. Just FF already. Was that what you were planning, you wild beast? I just kept an eye on you, logic demon, when Bun had moved in to block us. Oh my god, that's a good one. Why didn't I think of that? Instead of Bum Nazi, your new name shall be Bunhead. You would have just used your 2-gun to get around him and score if I'd done nothing. So I needed to swipe it away before then. And that's when I was inspired to take that shot. I will transcend you by fully devoting these impulses to score goals. Then, when that shitty big brother joins the team, I'll be a striker who can utterly negate his existence. Good. Keep it up. The more you transcend your imagination, the more I'll use it to get stronger. Can't let those two have all the fun. Next one is gonna be me. Nah, it's mine. I'm sorry, I didn't even see this line in first read, but Karasu, little bro, who do you think you are to ever even sniff a goal out on a lineup like this? You are not getting a goal this hard. And just like that, ladies and gents, there's only 15 minutes left in this match. Will it end with the Nigerians getting at least one goal, or will Blue Lock end the game with a complete shutout at 4-0? Only time will tell as we cut to the Nigerians being defeated and looking hopeless. There's no way we can get 3 points. Japan is crazy good. But you guys, isn't this fun as hell? Well, all of us trying to score our own egotistical goals is something I've never felt before, right? It'll be hard for us to win at this point, but let's get at least 1 point. If we can score a point, I feel like something will change for us. And then to throw the cold water on these shitters, the main villain of our story walks up to shit talk some more. Give it up. It's pointless. You're just like kids who saw a movie and got temporarily worked up. You feel inspired by the movie's characters and you decide you want to try living like that. It's nothing but an instant ego that you forget about by the next day after leaving the movie theater. That's not enough to change anyone. What do you know about us? You're using words like we and us. We can change. What do you know about us? By turning this into the group's problem, you're avoiding the essential discomfort of what's happening. It's just mass psychology that passes the buck and lets you stop thinking about it. I'm not saying this to all of you as a group. I'm saying it to each and every one of you individually. Empty out your heads and consider this for yourselves. What do you feel as you fight against Blue Lock? Frustration! I don't want it to end like this, but I feel like as I am now, I'll never win against Blue Lock. Yeah. That's good. Do you want to make memories with your friends? No! Or maybe you want the title of Nigeria's hero? No! I want to be the best striker in the world. Then come crush me and change your life, egotist. You're the real deal, Yuichi Isagi. That burning, insatiable ego of yours, where does it come from? Curiosity in myself. As we cut to Ego subbing in 2 more players, going out is the dynamic femboy duo, and going in is Corona. And my glorious defensive goat Raichi. Raichi. I did not expect my goat to get playtime this soon in the arc, but we love to see it. Keep him as 0, Blue Lock. As we get a flashback to Isagi's training, learn about soccer, Yoichi Isagi. The key to your next evolution is in here. Discover it for yourself. With this special training Ego gave to me, the more I learn about the world of soccer, the more my values get revised and more expansive. Soccer is so fun. And as Isagi is analyzing, he sees these 2 kids in the crowd talking about wanting to be soccer pros, which causes Isagi to reflect on why he even started playing soccer himself.
Oh my god, my Shayla. My Shayla.
Oh my god, my precious little angel was top 1 cutest baby in fiction. But, as his mom said before, baby Isagi was a scaredy cat and was scared of literally everything. Even little mosquitoes flying around made him cry. I also just love how the author is going out of his way to make this point known. It just makes the scenes of him going ballistic all the more funnier, knowing he used to be so scared of everything. Eventually, though, his dad takes baby Isagi to a soccer match while Isagi's dressed like he wants to be king of the pirates or something. Something about the game made him feel as if his brain had truly been awakened for the first time. I want to try that too. I want to stand out there. Now that I think back, that might have been the stimulation of my hunting instincts Ego talked about. In any case, soccer was fun and I wanted to learn more about it to keep getting stronger and better each day. I was absorbed in myself, but that feeling grew fainter as I gradually grew older. It got buried and almost vanished. My heart was about to die. So that's why when I came to Blue Lock and met all those egotists, I finally realized the exciting feeling from back then, which I almost lost, which was actually curiosity in myself. As we cut back to the match, as our goated shark teeth duo absolutely pincers Bunhead, sending the ball flying. That's right. If I don't excite myself, then who's gonna live my life for me? As Isagi comes flying in max meta vision, stealing the ball from the shitter, adapting to things, smashing my expectations into others, pleasure, frustration, even despair. All of it. I want to live on this battlefield to meet a new me. Give me that soccer stimulation. And just like that, we discover the root of Isagi's true ego. It's curiosity in his own abilities. And holy shit, this panel is beyond tough, bro. The author has definitely gone through a few evolutions of his own. As Isagi flies down the field, Bunhead starts to think about what Isagi said. Curiosity? In himself? I wonder if I can live like you too. And as he's monologuing, Isagi decides to shit talk the entire team. Is this all you've got, Nigeria? If you want to be the world's best, then surpass Blue Lock. Surpass my brain. Careful with the dons, Isagi. Ego told us to keep them at 0. The morale was about to be decimated, so why are you pumping them up like that? I can turn it into data. If one of them awakens, I can experience a new form of soccer. And if I can adapt to and stop that egotist, then Blue Lock will evolve further, right? Just how greedy is this guy? I'll leave the back line to you, Captain. Are you testing me too, egotist? As we cut to Batra hitting another sick heel pass to Rayo, as this new fired up shitter actually reads it, blocking it. And as Karasu tries to read it, Kuso comes flying in and steals it. Bunhead. You gave us hope to keep living with our dream of winning the World Cup. Being with you was so much fun, it was like a dream. But the data says we haven't been increasing our attack patterns lately. We're winning, but our scoring power is gradually dropping. At this rate, there's a high probability that other countries will devise countermeasures and shut us out. So what if we brought in a second player to help you out front? But wouldn't you or one of our other boys get less playtime? Well, we'll have to fight to play. There's always a battle over the starting lineup in soccer. It's time to accept that things can't stay this way forever. No way! I don't want to play soccer if it's not with you guys. I was so lonely, and you guys all saved me. I want to repay you for becoming my family. I want to take you to the World Cup and win together, so we won't change our method. We don't need other players. And in this moment, it made Kuso super happy to hear something like that, but deep down, he knew Bunhead was killing his own possibilities. In the end, I caved to Bunhead's kindness and couldn't say it. And before I knew it, our dream had gone from winning the World Cup to be together. But now, that's been exposed by Blue Lock. No. Yoichi Isagi exposed it. Here, at the hottest place in the world, you can't move forward unless you throw us away. Blue Lock brought to light that part of your ego that makes you fight for yourself, not us. Chase after that curiosity in yourself. Our family dream may end here, but even so, I want to see you take on the world, my shining hope. Let me see you reach the world with this shot. As the ball flies out the sky, landing in front of Bunhead, with the only thing left in his way being Japan's final wall. Onazi's shot radius is huge, and I've got to brace myself for a possible midair shot. Up, down, left, right. He's got 4 possible shot patterns. My odds of stopping him are only 1 in 4. As Isagi runs in for the assist, I'm a step ahead of you, shining bastard. I'm gonna crush this shot course. Since Isagi's ramming into him from that position, if he wants to shoot, he's only got 1 option. I can crush him. Odds of stopping him are 1 in 1. I only have 1 shooting option. Who decided that? He twisted his body to make a reverse chest trap. Onazi's never done anything like that before. He threw off my press timing, but the goal's behind him. As he lands on the ground doing a crazy spin move to revive his old shot course, he's awakened. This is a new Onazi. Holy shit. Inside me, there's still a part of me that can get this excited. Your talent's blooming, but I'm blooming too. I'm our glorious 37-year-old Captain IQ barely blocks the final shot, sending it off course. Isagi spurred on our enemy's awakening while firing me up too. Basically, we didn't know what kind of awakening would happen, but he was signaling that I should expect a play we haven't seen before. Thanks to that mindset, my toes were waiting for that exact instinct to react. A new type of predictive defense to kill an awakening. But as the ball flies towards the net, no one can actually tell if it goes in or not. And as Gagamara makes his last second dive for it, actually hits the crossbar, just barely missing. And without wasting a beat, the Nigerian forces come in flying in like hyenas trying to get it. But last second, our speedy goat Corona comes flying in, making a clutch clear, sending the ball out of the goal box. Ronde Corona has cleared the ball! A perfect victory. The 45 days of training that led to this day, the flawless execution of their various tactics, plus Yoichi Isagi's no-top suggestion, and Ren Itoshi's new shot pattern all led to this. This is the U-20 World Cup victory we seek, the ideal first victory for the pack of egotists I've crafted. Nice first match. Blue Lock, Japan. And as Ego is celebrating their win, the ball lands at our Lord and Savior. It's not over yet, Blue Lock. Are you actually satisfied? As our GOAT is still revving at 120% saying, job ain't done yet. This line was so cold, bro. I don't know if Isagi is talking to Ego in this moment, but if he is, it's just so raw. Isagi is legit out Ego and Ego himself in this scene, which I just find so badass. As we see the 1 minute timer being held up, this game is about to come to its climactic finish. We cut back to our glorious king grabbing the ball with the look of pure determination on his face. Is he really trying to score another point now? As he crosses to Ren, I'm not satisfied. Then come on, you beast, as our two aces run down the field, knocking over everyone in their way. Eventually, he passes to Karasu. You're a real harsh taskmaster. Show me what you can do, Demon King. Everyone's just accepted as he's the Demon King, bro. As he passes right back, Isagi lifts the ball in the air where it lands at none other than Megaru Bachara. We see Kuso full Skitsu into his team to watch out for Isagi since he hasn't scored yet and he's going to go for another goal with this final play. No, that DB's too shallow. Our egotist can't be summed up that easily. If he wanted to score, he'd have a better chance if he and Rin just kept passing back and forth until he shot. But the fact that he went out of his way to pass me means right now, Isagi's asking for something else. We see Goat Isagi giving a thumbs down. Now, I don't know if he's saying, like, I don't want a normal pass, or if he's signaling to give him a low pass. I don't know. Either way, it's still a cool panel. I hear you, partner. As Bachara hits an insane backspin pass through all of the Nigerian defender's legs to the ace. We see them double team Ren and Isagi, and when all hope looks lost, there. I was waiting for that adaptation. He pushes these two shitters back with his hands. Huh? The reverse trap I made earlier? But it's not midair. It's a ground pass variant modified for himself. Shit, this bastard just took the new technique Nagi just invented and instantly remodeled it into his own version. Don't win by accident. Make victory inevitable. But don't get trapped by a formula you created before. As somehow, Isagi jumps into the air sideways, cocking back his leg. This is someone on the path to becoming the world's best. As to the surprise of every single person in Blue Lock and people reading it, Isagi hits a jumping, reverse, rapid side shot volley. In what universe does Isagi score a goal like this? Who is this man? Your soccer isn't enough for me anymore, Jinpachi Ego. And at this time, folks, Ego is blankly staring into the schizo fire in his eyes, just like, what the fuck did I create? And just like that, guys, our first match in the U-20 World Cup is over. All I gotta say now is, the Hiyori agenda is dead. He performed arguably the worst out of everyone on block this match, and Mr. 13-inch Schlong Bachara had 1 goal and 3 assists. He was a part of every single goal in this match, but trust me, you know, bro's gonna make a glorious comeback eventually. I have faith. And, yeah, guys, that was Blue Lock versus Nigeria, and with that finished, I will see you guys in the France game. Peace.